All right, this is the pull-up vid for everybody that's asked. First thing we're gonna look at is bar diameter. You guys look at this, it's about 175 on this bar diameter. Wider than most people would ever think about training pull-ups on. So, I mean, just look at my hand on it. You don't wanna do this thumb under grip. It's not gonna work out well for you. You want to put your thumb on top, and that allows your palm to get up higher when you're hanging. So this is how I hang on a bar this thick. If the bar is thinner, you're not gonna be able to get your palm up on top and hang like this. You're gonna end up hanging kind of like what we call a climber hang, which is more finger, but I'm still gonna put my thumb over the top as best I can. So we'll go inside and look at a thin bar and look at the differences. Okay, this is your traditional thin bar. This is my inside pull-up bar. So, you look at it compared to the other one, it's super thin. You can still get your hand on top a little bit on this one, but it's gonna end up, when you start weighting it, you're gonna end up sliding a little bit. So it's better just to kind of hook it, right where your fingers meet your palm, kind of like that, and just come down. This is probably one of the bigger mistakes that I see people make. So again, the bar you just saw earlier, super fat, that was a 1.75 diameter bar. This is about 1 1/8, 1 1/4. So this is okay here, but try to get your palm up on top. You're not gonna be able to do it as much as the thick bar with something like that. Again, always thumb over the top. If you go thumb under, you're gonna get another rep or two by going thumb over the top. All right, so now let's look here at what we're kind of looking at here. All right, so we wanna make sure we're doing a pull-up, not a chin-up. Differences: pull-up is palm away on the bar. A chin-up is palm toward you. Chin-up is a lot of bicep, and your arm and hands and wrists are really not made to do that, so you're not gonna get as many reps. Larger diameter bar is easier, palm on top. Smaller diameter bar, it's a little bit harder on the forearms. You're gonna feel the pump, more right there in your forearm. And if you have to, if it's really, really thin, like the ones you find in a hotel, use more of a climbing hold. And that's what I mean by just kind of hooking and literally the bar's in your fingers. You're gonna lose between 3 and 5 reps on a small bar. So just to hit this one more time for guys that are new to this, there's a lot of pull-ups that are done in buds still to this day. And the bars out there are 2-inch bars. Your Marine Corps cats that do a lot of pull-ups, they use 175 or 2-inch bars. Nobody uses a small bar because of all the reasons I've gone over. All right, next up is you need that shoulder width grip. You do not need a wide grip at all. The reason shoulder width, now I say shoulder width, you can go a hair wider than shoulder. I mean, just a hair, but don't go really wide. Here's why. When people go wide, they're using a lot of the lat and a lot of the back, and that's what keeps getting developed over and over and over and over. You're to get high numbers in pull-ups, and I'm talking about, I would consider high numbers like above 15. You're gonna have to develop the front delt, and you're gonna have to develop the forearm, okay? And as odd as this is, you can tell a guy who's really good at pull-ups because they're gonna have those two little tendons that pop out of their arm, if that makes sense. It's kind of weird looking. It's on the top of the forearm, like something like that little thing right there. When you see that kind of tendon, and when you see that little ball come out on the side there, I mean, you can tell that guy he's either a climber, because you can't hide climbing forearms. He's either a climber or he does a lot of pull-ups. You'll have exceptions, but this is, a 90%er. Okay, so here's the gist of it. Here's the workout, right? If you want to get reps, and you want to get numbers. So first off, I would say this. Do not try to do this like all the time, because it's one of those deals that's not doable all the time. But it will work with any number. So I know this looks really confusing. I'm going to go through everything. Also, consider that when you're doing this, you're going to have to lay off of, in my opinion, in my experience, you're going to have to lay off of individual bicep work. You're only going to be able to do pull-ups. That's going to be back and bis. You can still do chest, tries, and everything else if that's your jam. But you're not going to be able to have a day different of doing back or bicep. It's just not gonna work, or forearms. Okay, so first day. day one-ish. You know, you can kind of modify the days. I'll talk about that in a minute. This is the Armstrong pull-up workout. I think it was Lieutenant Commander or Lieutenant Colonel Armstrong, I believe, Marine. He developed this. This is not mine, but I've never found anything better to go with the rest of the stuff that I do. I kind of combined all this. I didn't really invent any of it. Okay, it's 5 max sets, the Armstrong pull-up. So set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4, set 5. They're all max numbers. Each time you do a set, you rest 90 seconds between sets. So this workout, I posted it, I don't know, a week ago. I mean, literally, this is sub 15 minutes, but you're not going to be able to lift your arms afterwards. So if you got to do a lot of pistol shooting, I wouldn't suggest doing this on the day off. Okay, so here's kind of my breakdown from a week ago when I did the Armstrong pull-up workout. My first set was 22. Rested 90 seconds, then I did 9. Rested 90 seconds, then I did 6. Rested 90, did 6. Rested 90, did 6. So 5 max sets with 90 seconds rest in between. Okay, here's what you're going to find pretty much everybody, and this is also going to, this will make sense to some of you guys. The first one is obviously, you know, you would not want to do this like a day after doing a hard workout. Give yourself a couple day rest. Most of the time, people drop off at least a half on the second set. For people that don't, like if this number was like 15 or something like that, okay, you know, we need to go to a different workout, but rarely do you see that. After the second set, what you typically see on the following 3 sets is the same number within 1 or 2 reps. It's very interesting, and I'll get to where I took the Armstrong workout and what I did with it later to make it better. Okay, so then you need to rest 2 days. Now in that 2-day rest, I'm saying rest pull-ups. You could do whatever kind of workout you're doing, whatever your thing is. But roughly the 3rd day, you could push that to 4th day. You're going to use your working set all day until you reach 50 reps or 100 reps, depending on advanced or not. So here's the deal. My working set is now 6. That's my working set. So, and of course, you're going to have to round this up. 17 sets of 6 is roughly 100. Now, you don't have to do that. You could, and I would suggest if you're starting out, just go to 50. So, you know, how many sets of 6 make up 50? But here's the trick to this on this second workout. This is all day. This is not like, so you're going to need access to some type of pull-up bar in some capacity. You know, buy one of those ones that goes into the door frame or whatever at your office, whatever your thing is. Now, if you're starting out, I would keep your max to 50, right? So do 6 sets to come up with 50. So basically you would do 8 sets, you know, of 6, but spread it out throughout the day. Get up in the morning, maybe an hour later, maybe an hour later, maybe an hour later, maybe an hour later, maybe an hour later. This day right here, what this day does is it starts really, as long as you keep that shoulder width thing and don't go wide, this is the day, believe it or not, that is going to absolutely smoke that big tendon on top of your forearm. It is going to, I mean, you're going to be like, dude, I don't want to go to day 5. You know what I mean? But it'll go away in like 2 or 3 weeks. All right, so again, advanced 100 reps. So like for me, I'm already doing 22, which is kind of, and I'm not even really, this is just maintenance for me. So I'll do 17 sets of 6. I mean, that sounds like a lot, but it's really not when you break it up into an 8 or 10 or 12-hour workday. All right, now, next thing. Again, couple day rest, so day 5-ish, you're going to do a pyramid, okay? First thing, we're going to take this working number. So remember, we've taken this working set. It's always your last number from your Armstrong workout, whatever your last number is, which is, they're probably the last 2 will be the same, maybe the last 3. But just do the last number. That's your working set for the 3rd day to get 50 or 100 reps. On the 5th day, your next workout is a pyramid using your working set. So here's a pyramid of 6. Boom, boom. Now, an easy way to do pyramids. I call these Egyptian pyramids, not Aztec pyramids. If you want to know what the total number is, just multiply the top number by itself. So this is going to be a pyramid of, this is going to be a total number of 36. Okay, here's how we do this. You use your working set as the top number, so we've already put it there, number 6. It's 10 seconds of rest per rep. So for an example, if you did a set of 10, it would be 100 seconds rest. So obviously, this would be 20 seconds rest, 30 seconds rest, 40 seconds rest, 50 seconds rest, 60 seconds, and then so on and so forth. But here is the key, and now these two down here, this is kind of more Kyle than I didn't really, I mean, I didn't invent pyramids, but I invented the way that I do them here. So 10 seconds rest in between, but here's the deal. Your first set is 70% of your max. Okay, so check this out. My max back up here is 22. Now, 70% of that is, I want to say, I think if you do the math, it ends up being like 15.6 or something like that. Just round it off. We're going to call it 15. So 70% of that max is 15. That's got to be your first set. So check it out. 15, if you add 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, that equals 15. So my first set will take care of the upper half of the pyramid. So my first set is 15. I would rest 150 seconds. My next set is 6, then rest 60. My next set is 5, rest 50. My next set is 4, rest 40. Do 3, rest 30. Do 2, rest 20. Do 1, and you're done. What I have found is this 70% piece right here in this pyramid is fucking huge. This is what's going to get you. When people always ask about, hey man, like I'm stuck at 10 or I'm stuck at 12 or I'm stuck at 15. This is the one that gets you over. All right. So that's what I got for you guys on pull-up workout. I hope this is helpful. I know it's long, but this is as short as I can do it. I posted this years ago. I think actually Soldier Systems posted it on their website when they saw it on mine. And we got so many comments about people being massively confused, and that's why it's better just to write it down like this and understand it. All right, any questions, hit it up in the comments, and I'll try to get to you. See you.